What's going on, guys? Danny here from Metal Couch, and we're looking at the fourth album from Bolt Thrower today, entitled IVth Crusade. Now, the IVth Crusade was the first Bolt Thrower album I ever listened to, most notably the track Spearhead. I think, if I recall correctly, the first time that I listened to this was on the way to the airport to my first Maryland Death Fest, and Spearhead was blaring through a friend of the show, Vince's car radio, speeding towards the airport. Like 4:30 in the morning. Good times, good times. Anyway, the IVth Crusade. So, production-wise, because I really want to get this out of the way first. Production kind of takes a step backward compared to the previous work. It's almost as if they're taking a page from the band Death in terms of how they do their production, and around this time, Death to me is kind of getting towards that point where it's like, wow, your production is super bland and stale, and my god, where is the driving force behind it? Unfortunately, Bolt Thrower suffers from that. Bass is pretty much absent on this album compared to the previous ones, which were just an all-out assault when it comes to being loud and having a driving force in your speakers. This does not. The drumming, okay, so I'm going to get flack for this review, no matter what. I honestly think that, in a lot of ways, Bolt Thrower on this particular album took a step back, but there are still some songs on here that are solid and good. Like, for example, I love the track Spearhead. It's probably one of my favorite tracks from Bolt Thrower, but this album is a nightmare when it comes to its production compared to the previous three. This is not up to snuff. The drumming, other than maybe like some sections in Dying Creed towards the end, I didn't really feel like this album had particularly great drum sections. It all felt like there were a whole bunch of missed opportunities when it came to drum sections. Like, there were so many sections that I'm like, you could have put a fill there. You could have broken off here and done something awesome, and you didn't do it. As far as solos go, yeah, there of course there are solos on this album. Again, Spearhead being another one to mention. You also have stuff like Icon. Icon is another highlight track besides Spearhead. As the World Burns is another highlight track, but it's just, this album gets such high praise. Like, looking at Metal Archives right now, it has a 91%, and don't get me wrong, I really like Bolt Thrower, but I feel like that rating is too high for the IVth Crusade, and I'm probably going to get crucified for saying this, but I feel like this is just, it's just an overall run-of-the-mill effort from them. They could do so much better than this, and they've proven it before. With Realm of Chaos in particular. Realm of Chaos was awesome. And then you get the IVth Crusade, and it's just, there are so many missed opportunities, and I don't know if there was any problems making this album. I highly doubt it. It just wasn't what I was expecting from a band that had released 3 albums previous that were fucking awesome. And then we have the outro, which, one compliment I can say is finally Bolt Thrower know how to make a fucking outro with Through the Ages, which recounts all the major wars for like the past 700 years. It's a little gimmicky outro, but still, it's an outro nonetheless. It's not just for a minute and a half. I swear to God, if I hear another album with an intro or outro that's just nothing but wind blowing, I am gonna fucking throw shit. That's a topic for another day. I like the IVth Crusade. I know I've been dogging on it, and I know that, missed opportunities and such. I still enjoyed listening to this album. I just feel like it is not what it doesn't live up to the name of Bolt Thrower overall. I mean, it's just, the production is so bland. There are some songs on here that I'm just like, okay, like Ritual or Celestial Sanctuary, I'm just like, okay. That's a death metal song. I gotcha. I mean, it's just, it doesn't... You can do better than this. I know you can. I listened to fucking 3 albums before this, and you could do so much better. And I fucking know there are already people in the comment section that are just like, yeah, fuck this guy, he's the fucking worst, he didn't like the IVth Crusade. I'm sorry. I mean, it's just... It's no realm of chaos. It gets a 91% on Metal Archives, but I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. And you know, this entire spiel, and you're like, really, an 8 out of 10? That's still fairly positive. Well, you have to understand, these are albums that are very, very highly regarded within the metal community. I mean, they're just like, they're 9s across the board. I mean, I don't really think that there's an album on here that's less than 85%. There might be, don't quote me on that. But it's just, it's an 8 out of 10 for me, and I know I'm going to get crucified for saying that, but the only thing I have to say is, I have an opinion, and Bolt Thrower is an awesome band, and I like Spearhead, it's an awesome song, and Icon's pretty good too. IVth Crusade's kind of lackluster opening, but god damn it, if you want to fucking hate me in the comments, be my guest. I don't care. Because it gets an 8 out of 10 for me. Danny here from Metal Couch, signing out.